Oh, my apologies. I didn't even see you come in. Hold on. Let me finish up what I was doing over here. That goes over there. That goes over here. Where did this even come from? I don't remember buying this. Frick, hold on. Fuck. Okay, Conrad, hold on. Hold on. Okay, okay. Phew. We're good. Probably. Okay, hello there, everybody. I'm so glad you can make it to such a special occasion. Even though I've been streaming on Twitch since like April-ish. Yeah, because I got my model done around then, and I kind of started streaming around there to test the waters. I never really got to make a proper debut. Like, I recorded a debut, kind of, quote unquote, a while ago, but I wasn't happy with how it turned out. I did it on my old computer with a pretty crappy mic. The audio quality was pretty crappy. And then more recently, I cleaned up my microphone audio, so now I sound better, hopefully. But yeah, and then also those first few months were just trying to see if I even wanted to be a streamer at all. And turns out, after a while, I'm starting to really enjoy it. So yeah, after a little bit of testing around, and of course getting a better microphone, I finally was able to sit down and work towards making a debut video that I was really happy about. I also I also discovered that smacking my mic, surprise, surprise, makes a loud popping noise. God, I'm such a professional. I don't want to talk about it, okay? The only reason why I figured it out was, for one, a friend of mine mentioned it, and I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on. And I went through and watched some of the VODs. What do you know? When I got up to, like, go to the bathroom or something, smack the microphone, and there was a loud pop. So I was just like, okay, alright, I just need to start muting my mic. But anyways, I know, like, the norm, quote unquote, like you see a bunch of these VTubers debut on YouTube or Twitch. They kind of do a live stream, right, with a bunch of fanfare and stuff. Granted, that's usually with VTubers who are with companies and stuff, so there's all this hype behind them already. And, like, usually they have an audience already, I feel. So the live stream is probably the best thing for them. So the audience members comes in, ask a bunch of questions and stuff, etc., etc. But I've seen, like, people make the debut videos on YouTube and stuff, maybe 10-15 minute videos and stuff, where they go through all their characteristics and stuff. And even though I've already quote unquote debuted, but don't worry about the specifics, okay? I'm doing my best out here. But anyways, I've already been rambling for like 3.5 minutes. I actually put a little slideshow for y'all to get to know me a little bit better, since I've never really had a proper introduction. So I hope you enjoy. Here we are, and this is my little slideshow, a fruitful introduction by me, Kiuious Kiwi. First name Kiuious, last name Kiwi. There we go. Okay, who am I? Who I am? Who am I? That is indeed the question. I am a Kiwi's Kiwi, obviously. Kiui, pronounced Kiwi. I was going to be Kiwi's Kiwi, as in like Kiwious, but that was already taken, and I didn't want to be that guy and try to take it as well. So I just like, okay, let's just like look up the Japanese name for a Kiwi. And then, like, with, like, the English version of the pronunciation for Kiwi. And then it's, like, Kiui. It's pronounced, like, Kiwi, like, ew. So it's like, alright, that'll work. But, like, if I ever say the catchphrase, I don't know if I'm gonna make it a thing, but, like, the catchphrase, stay Kiwious, it's gonna be spelled Kiwi. Just so it's easier to, like, spell and say when people try to read it. I was separated from my parents from a young age. You know how it is. You're raised in a supermarket, surrounded by all your other fruit friends. Your parents are taken away by an odd human couple who seem to have an affinity for kiwis, left traumatized, all that fun stuff. But thankfully, I was adopted by a very nice dragon fruit and watermelon couple. I love them to death. Growing up, I was pretty good in school. You know, kind of the book brain kind of thing, but social wise, I absolutely sucked. I made friends here and there, but overall, wasn't really good in the socializing department. That kind of contributed to me playing a lot of video games. That was basically like my bread and butter. If I wasn't out doing homework or something, or maybe hanging out with the few friends I did have, I was inside playing like the Nintendo 64, Xbox 360, OG Xbox, PlayStation 2. DS was a big console of mine. Handheld console, I should say. And of course, that makes me a huge nerd. Of course, I'm a nerd and I'm proud. But, I also have, like, pretty big ADHD tendencies. I'm, like, undiagnosed, quote-unquote, but it's just, like, pretty obvious. Like, if you've ever seen one of my videos, or one of my, I should say VODs, because this is gonna be, like, my first official video. But, like, I'll go off on my little tangents, and I'm like, oh, I see a piece of bread over there. You know, that bread reminds me of the society we live in and how stale everything is. I exaggerate with that one. I don't really go into any philosophical arguments, but yeah, it's basically like that. My likes, obviously, video games. Pokemon was a huge thing for me growing up. That's actually one of the biggest things I want to play. I'm not really sure what quite yet. Like, I don't know if it's going to be a Nuzlocke, or it's going to be a playthrough of one of the mainline games, how much I'm going to do, or if it's going to be like a mainline video, but I want to play Pokemon really badly. I love Dark Souls. I didn't really get into the Soul stuff until fairly recently. Oh, shit, let's get back closer. I think Lies of P was like my biggest introduction to Souls-like games. Technically, there's like a Souls-like with guns called Remnant from the Ashes, and that was my first actual Souls-like, but I don't know if I even completed a fourth of the game for that. I love me some FPS or TPS being third-person shooters, like Gears of War or like Call of Duty and all that fun stuff. Recently, I became obsessed with Peak. I sunk, like, especially with, like, the streams I've been doing with Peak, I think I have, like, 145 hours in the game now. So, yeah, I'm a little obsessed. Just a little bit. But, and then also, I like some VR games, like Beat Saber. I love me some Beat Saber. I've always been a huge fan of, rhythm games. Like, I think my first proper one was, like, Muse Dash. Actually, no. It was a phone game called Voez. And then Muse Dash that I played both on phone and on PC. But Beat Saber. I love Beat Saber. Absolutely adore it. It's just something about swinging around these two lightsabers and slashing everything. You're just like, oh. Also, just the good music as well. Also, don't mind the hard cut to hear. Editing Kiwi here. I realized that as I was recording this and I was going off my little tangents, I completely glossed over my anime. So, I'll go ahead and add that in as well. So for anime, I adore One Punch Man, Season 1. We don't talk about Season 2. That's a travesty. I think Season 3's out now. And it's like just as bad, if not worse. Mosh, Muscles and Magic, however you pronounce his name. Love that. It's basically One Punch Man, but with magic. It's like, I like that one a lot, only because like the main character is a lot of fun. Some of the side characters kind of get on my nerves, unfortunately, but yeah. Cowboy Bebop, oldie, but a classic. I love Cowboy Bebop. I'm rewatching it right now, actually. So Molly and the First Force Spirit. I want to get a figurine of the Golem. I love him so much. That was a really good show. Made me cry several times. And then, like, probably my favorite show of all time, which is ironic because it's another isekai trapped in a dating sim. It's like trapped in a dating sim, the world of an otome game is tough for a mob. It's like one of those long sentence ones. It's an isekai. The animation's fine. The story is pretty decent. It's good. And, like, I guess, like, the main character is, like, the typical... For some reason, a lot of the isekai protagonists are like both completely overpowered and they have black hair. It's just like the SAO uh theorem or something. It's like you make a overpowered black haired protag coon. But I don't know, for some reason, Trapped in a Dating Sim just spoke to my heart just because the main character is such a smart ass. I'm just like, holy, I love him so much. I don't know, it just really it really spoke to me, and like a lot of the characters are really snarky, they have good chemistry. I don't know, it like has a bunch of the flag of like, this should be like an aggressively mid, or like kind of disappointing show, but I don't know, I can't help but love it. It's like one of my favorite shows. It's like easily top 5. Don't at me on that. Okay, bye. Speaking of music, I got my biggest taste of music probably from my dad, because he used to play like the old 2000s music and stuff all the time, and like old rock music. But honestly, I like a little bit of everything. You think jazz, jazz, classical music. What else? I like a little bit of blues music here and there. You name it, I've probably listened to the genre and I adore it. Some bands, I know, unoriginal, but I really like Imagine Dragons. Big childhood band of mine. I know songs like Thunder, and probably Radioactive has been done to death, and it's really annoying, and I agree with you. But I still enjoy them a lot. Linkin Park, we gotta have like the grungy, gothic kind of songs in there. Vocaloid, which Vocaloid is a big thing that I've gotten into recently. There's that, and also kind of goes hand in hand, called Nightcore. And one of my favorite Nightcore songs, I guess I could mention a few favorite songs from the other two. Imagine Dragons, I like Bones from Imagine Dragons, and then Linkin Park. Obviously, in the end, it doesn't even matter. But anyways, for the where was I? Vocaloid, and then Nightcore. There's a song called Freaks, and I refer to it all the time as the funny trumpet song. If you ever listen to it, you know what I mean. Food. I love food. I love cooking food. I love looking at food. I love smelling food. I'm just a big foodie. Ironic, because I'm a little Kiwi. I am a fruit that loves consuming food. I kind of expanded on my lore a little bit. It's funny because I also like kiwis. So I guess with my character lore, I would be considered a cannibal. But we don't talk about that, okay? We don't talk about the moral implications of that. Anyways, food. I love Japanese food. Sushi. Obviously, sushi is Japanese. Well, I guess sushi is not specifically Japanese, because there's a lot of like Asian culture that does sushi as well. Seafood, Italian food, Mexican food, pretty much anything that tastes good. I love Cajun food, but I'm not really good with spicy stuff. So it's like pure suffering. I love animals. There's not really a lot of animals that I don't like. Mostly just the annoying stuff like mosquitoes and flies. I know mosquitoes and stuff, and they're just trying to survive, right? They're just trying to do what the purpose that they've been given, born into this world and stuff. But just like, do they have to be so annoying? Like, even with mosquitoes, I saw a post on social media recently. It's like, man, I don't even really have a grudge against mosquitoes drinking my blood, but like, why do they have to like leave such an annoying bite? And apparently it's because like the blood thinning properties of their spit, us humans are actually really allergic to it. So it's just like they're just trying to vibe, and we happen to be allergic to their spit. And I mean, to be fair, some of the bite sometimes do hurt. But yeah, it's like, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. And then my favorite season is autumn, or fall, or whatever you call it. I like autumn, or like calling it autumn, because I also like the name Autumn, like as an actual person name. But as for the season, like the weather's perfect, the color of the trees is really nice. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. It's kind of like one of the transitional seasons. Same reason why I like spring, but I don't like spring as much as autumn. It's because spring has flowers, and flowers have pollen, and pollen gives me allergies. So I become a sniveling mess. Anyways, let's go to the dislikes. Heck yeah. Okay. Open water. So I like the water. I like going to the beach. Nice and pretty, like baking to the sun like a tomato. But going out into open water, like to the concept of it, like being able not to touch the bottom of the water, it's a big no-no. Like I actually used to go to the lake as a kid. I don't know how I did. Like it's like the murky water. It's like safe enough to swim in, where it's like fun. Even I'm getting heebie-jeebies thinking about it. Oof. Yeah, just thinking about it now freaks me out. Like for example, I actually bought Subnautica a while ago, like the disc, and I tried playing it on my Xbox. Probably like an hour into the first area, I was fine. I was perfect. Like it's like, oh, I can see the bottom. But once I start getting into the deeper areas, I physically could not keep playing. It's just like the looming dread of like, what the heck is gonna come out there that I do not see. And the worst part is, I knew every single creature in Subnautica because I've seen so many playthroughs of it. Because watching it is so fascinating. Like the creatures in there, the exploration, but actually playing it is just another whole other beast. So yeah, I hate open water, even in video games. Like I can barely swim in games like Skyrim without freaking out. Heights. Heights aren't as bad, but I'm very prone to motion sickness. So yeah, if I look down just right, if I'm a really high area, I get really dizzy. Driving. I hate driving, period. There's really not much to say to that. People are a danger on the roads. And, especially since I was having a lot of car troubles, a few months ago. And having to sink all this money into automobiles and stuff. And it's not like I have a choice either. Like, if I had the choice not to drive, I would not. I would ride a bike, I would ride the bus, I would walk. But sadly, nope, I must drive. We must ball. I was born to be silly, but forced to ball. Hate hot temperatures. Hot temperatures aren't exactly very good for Kiwis, so I kind of just bake. I'm naturally very warm-natured, I feel. I get warm very easily. And so, like, very high temperatures kind of exacerbate a lot of things. And, like, I kind of have pretty crappy lungs. Like, asthma runs in my family quite a bit. So, like, very humid, very stuffy environments. I'm not able to breathe very easily at all. Like, I struggle with it from day to day. Like, even just, like, having my whole spiel that I've had. I'm starting to get out of breath. But, anyways, and, like, hot temperatures kind of go into being summer. Like, for example, I'm a summer baby. My birthday is June 8th. And, I still don't like it. I don't like the own season of my birthday because it's just so dang hot. I hate crowded areas and closed spaces, like a little bit of claustrophobia. It wasn't as bad growing up, but I went on a really big trip with a bunch of like teenagers my age years ago. And as we walk around these huge groups around the city that we were staying in. And, I kid you not, it was like a few hundred students at a time walking around these big groups, and you probably didn't have, a couple inches in any direction around you, so you were either stepping on somebody's ankles, or somebody was stepping on your ankles, and I swear to God, I developed a bad case of claustrophobia over that trip. Like, being in groups of people, or, like, elevators, that stresses me out now. I finally, kind of like the classic, I don't really like sharp things. Obviously, being a Kiwi, I'm very cuttable. Sharp things mostly referring to, like, needles? Like, I used to bawl my eyes out as a kid when I was around any kind of needle. The worst, the worst instances was like I had to be held down just to get like my shots and stuff or get my blood taken, etc. It was rough. I feel like that's a classic story though, eh? Okay, so kind of the plans for streams. I want to be a big variety gamer. Like, I don't want to be the one game kind of guy. Respect to those, like, for example, I don't know if it's appropriate to, like, call out certain people during streams, but, like, a big inspiration for me has been It's Jabbo on Twitch. And, like, I watch his VOD channel a lot. I guess I can bring his, channel on screen and stuff so I can give him a proper shout out, but he's been a huge inspiration for me, but like he's mainly like a Bethesda game player, like Fallout and Skyrim, and like I respect the heck out of that, right? But like I don't want to be confined to just one game. I know that's gonna be harder for me to find a consistent audience, because you find a niche in a game and you can consistently find the audience there, whereas if you're playing other games, people may not be interested and stuff. But like I don't want to confine myself to one game, because I feel like if I do try to do that, I will get burnt out on it so fast. So I want to spread out. So like for example, I competed a little. By the time I was recording this, I completed a little peak challenge, and now I'm playing a Fallout London playthrough. Go check me out on Twitch TV/Kiuious too. See that. Shameless plug. But I'll do like casual playthroughs. Like for example, a while ago, I mean it wasn't really super casual, because with this one, like I was playing Slime Rancher and I was like, oh, let's be quirky and only have pink slimes. I still call that quote unquote casual because it's not really much of a challenge. But stuff like that, like I'll just play maybe Risk of Rain once. Maybe I've been playing Miss Survival, so maybe I'll stream that for a day. I probably won't, because that's such a reoccurring game of like survival, gather things. So like more one-off games. Like just today, I did a collab actually and I played Lethal Company. That's more gonna be like a casual kind of thing, like collabs and stuff. But I also want to do challenge playthroughs, like the Peak Challenge I just did, and the Fallout London's playthrough I'm doing right now. With the caveat is those challenge playthroughs are going to be made into videos by moi until I can find like editors and stuff. And those are going to be going on the main channel. But like the side channel in Kiuious, I have it plugged in all the necessary places. I know, Kiui. Figured I'd stick with the theming there. Is gonna be like stream VODs. I don't know if I'm gonna do highlights because I stream about 3 times a week, and I'm struggling enough trying to get those 3 streams uploaded every week. What I may end up doing actually is every week I might do 2 streams towards the main game that I'm playing. So like this being Fallout London now that the peak thing's over. And then 1 stream is casual. That's not going to go up on the VOD channel until I have more time to like parse through it and really start uploading stuff, maybe. Or maybe get better internet just to help that out. Because I kind of have a crappy internet and that just exacerbates things, of course. But, yeah, side channel, stream VODs and stuff. I also have a Twitter. I'm not really a big social media Kiwi, but I figured that it'd be a really good idea to like put myself out there. And like, for example, I posted my dog recently. I kind of post when I go live, especially since I don't have a Discord. I don't know if I'm going to have a Discord. I don't know. I've always heard mixed things on like the whole content creator Discords. If I do have one, I want to have trusted people I know that can manage it. And I'll have to keep on top of it, of course. But, like, that's not going to be out for a while. So, yeah, follow me on Twitter. For all that, I have a little schedule thing made, which I forgot to put out this week already. I'm going to put it up because I'm still streaming. I don't know, by the time, at the time of recording this video, which is the 23rd, I'll be streaming like Friday morning, Saturday morning, of course. So yeah, anyways, I'm not gonna tangent about that too much. But also, I'm open to stuff outside of video games. Even though like I've convinced myself that I'm only really good at video games. I do want to try other silly ideas. Like, for example, somebody suggested to me that I could read the entire B-movie script on stream. And, like, I want to do a bunch of stuff, like, get a little bee costume for me. Just imagine, I got a little wings. The bottom half of me is, like, yellow, got a little stinger, got a little antenna. Reading that, maybe reading the Shrek movie. If y'all are lucky, I'll sing the funny all-star song with the Shrek movie. I don't know what iconic movies are in the B movie, but I might sing that too, if you're lucky. And of course, I'm always open to suggestions. Like, if there's a want for just chatting, maybe like hand cam. I don't know about hand cam. I would need to buy stuff for that. You know, just like other typical VTuber stuff that you would see. Let's see. Closing thoughts. I'm really excited for this. Like, I've been having a lot of fun this past month. Ever since I got my new PC, I've really been able to sit down and start streaming about. At first, that first week was only 2 streams to really get a feel for it. And now that I'm doing 3 streams a week, now that I got my first collab under my belt, I'm really excited. I've really been having fun. And, like, just the massive amount of support I've already gotten has been really heart-touching for me. So I really appreciate it. And I really hope that I am able to give you all content that you enjoy. I should also give a little bit of an origin story for the Kiwi model. So, I started recording YouTube videos a good few years ago, right? Like, I adore video games, right? But it just always just felt something very empty about just playing video games for myself. I don't know what it is. Like, I can play video games all day, every day, if I could. But over time, I've just been like, I want to do something with this, right? And just looking around, I didn't really have many hobbies growing up either. Like, maybe I had, like, karate. Learned karate, I learned guitar. Maybe played little sports here and there. I never really got into that stuff. And always kind of circled back to video games in one way or another. I know that sounds healthier. Sorry, a lot less healthy than it does in my head. But just like the world of games and stuff has been such a huge part of me growing up, and it means so much to me. And eventually, something clicked in my head. I'm just like, I want to take this creative process, or like playing video games and stuff, I want to take this passion, and I want to show it and give it to other people. Right? I want to, even if I am able to provide even a fraction of the absolute joy I feel while playing video games, then that would be perfect. And I tried doing YouTube videos, and there's just a lot of things hold me back. Like, for example, I kind of held myself back with only playing like a certain type of game. That's one reason why I won't want to be a variety streamer, because I kind of did initially limit myself to only playing a certain type of game, and I didn't enjoy it. I also didn't really like editing YouTube videos too much. Like, I know I'm gonna have to edit videos for like the peak challenge video, the Fallout challenge video. Like, I'm gonna have to start editing myself until I can get some good editors in. But I'm fine with that. That's like month-long projects. For the YouTube, I was making a video once a week, and eventually it kind of just turned into like, ooh, I'm having fun recording videos, I'm having fun recording this, etc., etc., into I just have to get this recorded and get it out of the way, right? So it just became a slog. No, the whatever I was gonna say was not at all what I was trying to say. A slog. But so I just kind of fizzled out for me, you know. But over the next few years, I still felt that desire to share my passion. So I was like, what if I tried streaming? It was like a thought in the back of my head that kind of stayed there for a while. And over time, I watched all the other streamers on YouTube, and then I also came across VTubing relatively recently, like a few years ago. And I adored the little models. Like, I adored seeing all the variety. I love the fact that you could be a streamer while also being slightly more anonymous than like an IRL streamer. And by IRL, I mean like you have the face cam and stuff, and you still play video games and stuff, not like actual IRL streaming, because I could never do that. So I was like, okay, I want to be a VTuber. But another big thing that held me back was I didn't know if I could really. I mean, obviously I could afford it because I afforded an $1,800 PC. But there's just that initial space of like, do I want to sink a few $100s into a human model? Yeah, I'm sorry, there's a freaking train in the back. If you hear it, I apologize. Do I want to sink a few hundred models into like a human model that's kind of samey? Not saying like all the human models are samey, of course, but like I didn't really know what kind of model I wanted. So like, as for the human, if I did try to do a human design, first of all, I didn't know what I would have wanted. Like I said, I had never really tried to design like something like that, and I was really nervous because it didn't feel right. I don't know, it didn't really click to me just yet to have a human model. So I was like, okay. To a bunch of my friends, I was being called Kiwi because like I have a game username that's kind of close to Kiwi, and like so I just started becoming Kiwi, and I really came to identify with that. So I was like, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna be a Kiwi. And so I went onto VGen Studio. I looked around trying to see what the best thing to do, because really, like all the top creators on there were usually doing human models, and then I saw the option to get pets. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to get a pet model requested, but that's going to be my main model. And bingo bongo, I got that requested. It got delivered me perfectly. Shout out to Toffee VT. She did great work on everything. And here we are. And so far, I've really, like I mentioned already, I've really enjoyed streaming. Like, it's, of course, I'm still, like, gonna have to make YouTube videos, and I'm uploading my VODs to YouTube, but there's just something about streaming where I'm having to have a chat there and people there where I can yap to as I play the game. Because playing the games alone, I already yapped myself, right? Like, I make little comments here and there, or I run into something like, oi, what's all this then? So, honestly, streaming was kind of perfect for me, in a way. Even though I'm antisocial, in a way, it's just something about not having having somebody in front of you and just, like, yapping to a screen. It's just so much different, and somehow it's easier for me. Anyways, that'll be it for my closing thoughts, and we'll just wrap things up. Thank you. If you sat here to the end of the video for watching this, thank you so much. I love you, I adore you, and I hope you stick around for the content to come. Sincerely, me, a Kiuious Kiwi. Thank you again for Toffee VT on Twitter and VGen for making my bottle. This wouldn't have been possible thanks to her. And Vivian, of course, thanks to them for absolutely also helping me with getting assets like my YouTube avatar. Well, practically my avatar everywhere now, like because it's on my Discord avatar, it's on my YouTube, and then it's just like my banner, my Twitch banner, my YouTube banner, and then my schedule, because she made my schedule as well. And then, of course, credits to SlidesGo, because that's where I got the slideshow format stuff, and then any pictures that were used in the slideshow from FreePic. And then, let's see, I think there was one more slide. Okay, SlidesGo. So, yeah. Okay, thank you again so much for watching. I appreciate it. And, How do I end a video like this? Oh. Remember, stay kiwious, everybody.